And hello and welcome back to VRML Channel 2. Well, maybe this is your first night of the match for you. I don't know, but I'm the one you see, and alongside me is NightFiree, the legend himself. And on cams is Newton Dad, the Southern Tech Slinger. But man, this is going to be another good one. This is Discfunctional against Lethal. I'm excited, NightFiree. How you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, we just got a great little look into what Silver is capable of pulling off. With Hydro's great passing work, they locked themselves in that third map. And, you know, we're now hopefully going to get a fourth in here for the likes of Discfunctional, but we could be going into a 3v4, and if that's the case, it'll be interesting to see how they play it out. But either way, a match that I'm also excited to see, kind of an unknown. I'm not sure what we're going to get here.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is going to be a fun one. I played Discfunctional last week, but their fearless leader and one of their starters is missing, it seems. Flower Mine is their fearless leader, and Molion also missing. So, who knows? Maybe there's a league sub coming through. Maybe there's a sub, because they do have a full 6-person roster. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on there. But, I mean, huge shout out to all the league subs. I had to use one last week, unfortunately, for both my matches, but you know, they were a pleasure as always, and you know, huge shout out to all those folks who guarantee you just, you know, volunteer, play some Echo Arena with various teams of all shapes and sizes, but also huge shout out to all the community of VRML as well for that. But also, I mean, when I was talking about these teams, but before I do that, actually, how's it going, Jinx? Hopefully you're doing well. We are going to get a game of Disc with Dislocated, but I'll have you know this game's actually called Echo Arena. You can download it on the Oculus Play Store. Echo VR. I don't know what this disc game is. But nevertheless, when I was talking about these teams, I mean, they're both feeling confident as they are going to have the readies come through. But Discfunctional was feeling confident that the people who play will be well. Whether they win or lose, they will have fun. On the flip side, Lethal, though, feels like they're going to beat this team. And we're going to take it. And hopefully we don't jinx it. But the 4v3 certainly looks good for Lethal. They're feeling confident. Let's see what they can do. Neutral Joust round 1.
Yeah, again, hopefully they can get that fourth slot filled at some point in this series. Otherwise, it is going to be, yeah, like you said, a big opportunity for Lethal. And out the gate, the Joust does float into the zone of Discfunctional. And a shot on goal does get intercepted nicely there by Jacob Deere, trying to kick it off with a 3 for the likes of Lethal. But it does get cleared out by Discfunctional. And I think the difficulty that Disc are obviously going to find themselves in is having that extra or the lack of that extra person. So their passing sequences are going to be a lot harder to execute as you have that fourth available for the likes of Lethal to interrupt. And there you see the stun come through in the full clear.
And there's the full clear, and can Lethal get an opportunity? No. Dysfunctional the stack. That's a long bounce shot. That's not going to bounce in, but it will bounce near the goal. But it will be Pro Gamer looking for that clear. Actually passed up to Ethan. Ethan trying to get it down the rest of the way. It is good, but again, the stacks from Lethal are not quite fast enough. They are that time, but it is going to get quickly stunned out, and maybe it will get collected. Yes, now it will get collected by Disfunctional.
So far, Disc keeping it obviously scoreless is successful for them. To not have this be blown out just yet is good enough for the likes of Disfunctional down a player, and so they're going to go on the defense again. This is going to be a tough one to cover as the full force of Lethal was set up for the attack around the bubble. A great bit of passing to the top of the zone for 2 gets them a lead.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely great job, Lethal. Looking like they should. I mean, they do always have that extra passing opportunity, and they should be taking advantage of it. The only way they can punish themselves is if they clump it together, but let's see them spread out because the stacks together. There's a pickup. Ooh. There's a long 3. No! Hits off the shield, so we'll bounce out, but it will get recollected by Pixon, who's looking for a low pass. Not quite connected, though. So it is going to bounce high. Now we'll get collected by Lulu.
Nice.
We get 2 more in from the sky. 4-0, Lethal.
Fast shot from Lulu out there, almost an 18 meters a second shot from the top of the zone with nothing to work off of, and great bit of action to find another 2. Those are some of the harder shots to take when you're at that angle that they thread that through, and so really solid job to push them up 4-0 here. Still though, Disfunctional keeping it tight and keeping it close, and they are going to try and get their offense on, so to speak, but again, it's just going to be hard to break through 4 with only 3 available.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly the tough, but it certainly is possible. A stun would be valuable, but the shot was fast, but Pro Gamer reads those. But it is looking to get recollected by Disfunctional. Disfunctional quickly up to Axon. Axon, she's not going to find that pass, but it will get recollected by Epsilon diving in. No, but recovered again. Jacob Deere gets 2 in there, and it's going to be a 2-point game, Disfunctional.
Yeah, hey, this is, again, a success. Being down a player, you're at the distinct disadvantage, and to be only down 2 in this first half of the round 1 is great for Disfunctional. And I think what really was exceptional there was that the passing between those 3 was executed so clean. It really allowed them to work up. They get aggressive on the rollout, and you could see the double stack committed to trying to disrupt that offense, and that leaves really only 1 left to defend, and even then they didn't get back in time. An open goal 3.
Yeah, fantastic shot, as that does going to get a pause for Blue. So we'll be Lethal pausing for some reason. I don't know, maybe tech reasons, but we've seen that a lot tonight. The team who just scored the goal with the pause, I don't know, maybe that's a tactical thing that I don't quite understand. But regardless, I mean, 5 points up. Oh, for a second I thought there was 4, but no, we're just a player switching over from Lethal. But, I mean, Lethal is looking good as they expect to be.
Yeah.
With a 5-point lead. I mean, only 4 minutes in. Lethal's looking like they might take this in 2, but I mean, there's definitely been some signs of life from Disfunctional.
It seems like that was a timeout from Lethal to check in if Disfunctional was going to get a 4th. Like, I don't see any tech issues for Lethal there, so I want to say good sportsmanship coming in there on that timeout to try and get this to the 4v4, but we are going to press on 4v3. Disfunctional just sticking with what they got. They're not going to try and pick up a reservist or fish around for anyone else. And I mean, maybe it'll be enough, but I'm sure Lethal are going to continue to put their foot on the gas.
Yeah, that is going to go downfield, though. Will get recovered by Lethal on the back line. Hey, it's Doc Education. How's it going, my man? Hopefully you're doing well. But it is going to bounce around. It will get slapped upfield by Disfunctional. Do they get there? Ooh, they would have, but the leech was good. Pixon is going to get that clear, kind of, sort of, not really, as Ethan is going to have that one bouncing around, bouncing through, but it won't get picked up by anybody to score any points, nor 2s, but it will be Axon. She's looking for the reset. It's good. Jacob Deere. Long pass. It's good. Epsilon going for a long shot, but no, denied, and will get recovered by Pixon.
Lulu there disrupting that attempt. An open goal 3 dings off the corner. Threethan catching a few more points for the likes of Lethal, a 10-2 lead, and I suppose at this pace they are barreling towards that first attempted mercy in this round 1.
Yeah, I mean 8 points. They're a little bit off pace, but they can certainly be on pace. Lethal looking to find this disc. They do. Long shot, long bounce. No, not quite high enough. A little bit too low as that bounces high in the sky, and Axon's there to recover. But that will bounce low, will get recovered by Epsilon. But that's not the bounce that they wanted. That is going to go back. That's a long bounce shot. Not going to find the back of the net, but might find it have the teammate. Yes, it does. Long 3, no! But third time's the charm, as they say, as it will get not quite recovered, but now, nope, still not recovered. A bit of a cluster, but it will get picked up now and passed up, as it is going to be Pixon moving upfield, moving all the way. Cross pass, and the goal. 12-2, 10-point game for Lethal.
Very solid give and go, and you know, that's what you kind of get. That opportunity with 4 is the ability to set up that triangle. You have that back line able to pick up the rebound, and even in that scuffle, they're still able to push up and have that cross pass opportunity. A great job coming in there from Lethal and still playing well. Discfunctional doing a good job of keeping it this close for this long, and even on their offensive rollout, still not giving up as they try to work through the midfield.
Yeah, I mean, still working up to the midfield, but Lethal is absolutely deadly on that defense as it is going to get sent back. But no, not quite finding disc. Now it will. No open 3 opportunity, but 2 points will definitely be nice. But getting quickly pressured as they are going to look for a reset pass. Now we'll get Pixon diving in the bubble, maybe looking for a stunner. No, off the ding ring, as it is going to be bouncing into the hands of Ethan, Shark Ethan, as he's going to get that one over to Lulu. Lulu with the anchor. Oh my, 14-2.
I mean, straight through the heart of the goalie there. Just a laser beam for a 2, and 14-2 now. Yeah, they still aren't. Again, they're climbing towards that goal, 22 mercy point right now, but not quite there yet. And Discfunctional are making it difficult. They are posing a good midfield threat in particular, but once it gets into the zone, that's when it gets tough to defend, as they do have that man advantage or that women advantage. And back pass floats into the hands of Lulu. Lulu scoops it up, fires it up to the goal. That dings off of the corner.
Oh man, great shot from Lulu. Unfortunately, she doesn't quite find the back of the net. She finds the net, at least the ding ring is still there. Thanks for checking. But it is going to get picked up now by Lulu again, but she's going to get stunned through with the headbutt. He's going to try to get that one down, but not far enough, as it will get recovered by Discfunctional. Looking for a clear, as it will get recovered by Pixon. Bounce, clear bounce pass, not quite sure regardless. Not getting a hand on it, but Lethal is there to recover again. Long 3, but no, denied by Epsilon on the back line.
Floating in off the shield to scoop that one up. A nice job. And here's a quick stack comes flying in. Oh no, and tech issues plaguing the likes of Epsilon there. Axon tries to take the shots. Those don't find any purchase. And Lethal able to fly back and scoop this up. Fires it downrange. That almost goes in off of the rebound. A bit of an overshoot on the disc, and another 3 attempt from Threethan puts them danger close to that mercy, but up 17-2 here in round 1.
Yeah, I mean, 5 points away. They are on mercy pace. There is possible. But let's see what they can do as a minute apiece of goal. Minute 21 for that one. Means that might be the final score. But let's see what Discfunctional has in store, because they do have the just advantage. They are going to juke, but they are going to get stunned. So this might be an easy 3-pointer. No, a relay. They'll get 2, but that's okay. 19-2 now, 17-point lead.
Yeah, now they are 3 away, and timeout getting called here before the final minute of the series. Hopefully we can get that tech issue fixed. That seemed to be hitting, I think it was Epsilon there in the later half of that round. But either way, a solid start here from Lethal out the gate. And yeah, they're using that 4v3 advantage well, and scoreline shows it.
Yeah, it certainly does. It seems that Epsilon left, so hopefully they reconnect. Because again, I mean, you do need 3 of those players that are rostered to play the game. But still, 57 seconds left, so we're just waiting here. As yeah.
Want to see this 1v5? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this 1v5, Jacob Deere's absolutely cracked, you know, from the John Deere family, you know, big industrial machinery. They're ready to go. Yeah, I mean, you win some, you lose some. Definitely unfortunate when there is the 3v4s, but it is what it is, and the scoreline definitely reflects that player advantage. I mean, teamwork makes the dream work, and you have all the players, you have all the abilities to make those passes, make those shots, make those defense, because especially on defense, right? I mean, a perfect offense versus a perfect defense in this game, a perfect offense always wins because the numbers advantage, right?
Yeah.
If you have a 4v3, suddenly you have a perfect defense as well. So you hypothetically, you know, can man mark every single person, no opportunity to pass while still covering the net. I mean, that's just too OP. But I mean, the pause coming through, maybe a bit of a mental reset as it's currently a 4-on-2, and the unpause isn't going to come through. So maybe they're just going to play out the rest of this round.
Yeah.
So
seems to be the case. And I guess for those that are tuning in here, not much of a game left here, but there is plenty of games left today. We got some high-tier matchups to deliver to you later tonight over on Echo Arena Master League 1. You are going to want to be sure to tune into those. I mean, as we get into this final week of the before the Challenger Cup, everything matters. The open 3 for the Mercy doesn't get sunk in there, but they are going for it.
30 seconds remaining.
Looking for a pass. But yeah, I mean, the Challenger Cup hype is absolutely insane. This is just the beginning of these team stories. They need a 3, they're going to get a 2. No, they're going to get a ding ring. That's a big no you, as it is going to bounce back. And, I mean, fantastic stacks right now. I mean, they're all over the place. There looks like they are going to try to get that 3, but with no goalie stun, that pass scuffs. That will be it.
The anchor off the shield.
19-2. Lethal takes round 1 in decisive fashion. Let's see if they're going to see. I can only imagine that one of these teams is going to take that 5-minute pause that you can take in the mid game to get a 4th, hopefully. There's the pause. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, possession time in advantage of Lethal. Shots, oh my goodness, I don't think I've seen this ratio before. Hold on, let me do math real quick. 700% more shots. 7 times the shots for Lethal compared to Disfunctional. I mean, that being said, I mean, Lethal scored in 50%, while Disfunctional scored 1 and 3, 3v4. I respect that. But I mean, all the stats clearly in favor of Lethal for obvious reasons, the extra player. But I mean, I do have to shout out both Lulu and Ethan, who have 11 points Lulu has, and Ethan with 8. So, I mean, fantastic job from both those strikers. Ethan, 3 saves to their name. As we do have Frenzy. I don't know if that's roster or not. I hope so. I hope it's roster. That is going to be around 2, maybe? I don't know. But, you know, it's the way it goes sometimes here in VRML.
Yeah, I think that yeah, we might not. There's the off chance that we don't have that round 2. I think via the rulings, you can't technically start a round unless you have 3
starters,
at least. So I'm sure that's the problem Disfunctional is trying to solve now. They don't want to have to forfeit. That's a 20-0 loss.
Epsilon's
and
back.
Epsilon has connected, so they can continue on at 3-4. Well, at least get a round 2 here. And yeah, I mean, Disfunctional just going to be here to play it out, see how they can do. They've been keeping it close when they've had 3. Now that they got Epsilon back, maybe they'll get a 4th as well, but who knows? If they soldier on either way, I think we are going to get a round 2 at least.
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah, let's take a look at the standings. We have the ladder. We use this at the end of season 3. Now we get to use it in the middle of season 4. So we
Oh,
do
yeah.
have Eternity against Spaghetti coming up later today, and that is the match of the night. If you look at that standing, you can see that Spaghetti is ranked 17th, Eternity ranked 15th. But what's more important is you can see the ELO, or the MMR. The MMR 1260 means those are the teams that are still way in the running. In the pause, we still have a minute though. As Eternity is trying to sneak in, whether it's the top 4, top 5. Honestly, I'm not quite sure yet who's going to get into the Challenger Cup. But regardless, I mean, both these teams with that 1260 rating, they need to get to that 1280. It's going to be a race. Paper coming off a win yesterday, I do believe, against a Bangarang. Did they play Bangarang? I think
Yeah.
they did. Yeah, okay,
Yep.
cool. So, I mean, that vaulted them up to 1280 yesterday. Everybody was
Yeah.
1260. So, I mean, Eternity, a win here tonight can clinch them a top 4 spot. But Spaghetti, though, they're currently undefeated. They still have 2 matches left. They have Bangarang, and then they have Overkill. Overkill Spaghetti will be happening this weekend. But Spaghetti needs to get those 2 wins for the Challenger Cup. Eternity, you know, they only have 1 game left, I do believe, and this is it. So if they get this win, that's huge, and then the rest is not in their hands anymore, any longer. But huge Challenger Cup implications. That's coming up later here on Channel 1. It will be cast by Sputnik Cobra and Newton Dad on the cams. That's at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 Pacific. Make sure you folks tune in. But we're going to go right into round 2 here with Disfunctional against Lethal.
Indeed, we are going to kick it off with Disfunctional actually winning that headbutt. Joust sends it into the zone of Lethal, and they're trying to set up for their attack. But that advantage, that extra coverage is really tough to break through when they have that ability to float around, pick, and disrupt. And so Lethal doing a good job of rebounding off of, oh no, the back clear going to nobody. But doing a good job of rebounding off of that initial Disfunctional joust. And, well, they're trying to get it out of their zone, but Disfunctional really aren't allowing it to happen.
Yeah, they really aren't. I mean, Disfunctional doing a great job. Unfortunately, they couldn't ender 3 people. But they did ender 2, so congratulations for that. But the clear will come through from Lethal. But that's not quite out, and Disfunctional not quite there enough to present. I mean, one of the things that 3v4 is one of the things that's often overlooked is stacks. I mean, it means there's always one player who doesn't have the speed, who's either stuck back, stuck in the midfield, stuck up front, regardless. I mean, Lethal doing a great job countering that with the pass in play. And Lulu, top of the board, gets 2-0 Lethal.
Yeah, Lulu went high, Disc went slow mid. Nice shot there from Lulu. And, yep, Phoenix off to the races. It did take, though, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Disfunctional able to hold off this Lethal squad for 1.5 minutes off of that joust, and they do roll out with just 2, 1 on reserve, just in case they lose disc control. Doesn't seem like they want that open goal 3 possibility. And as I say, that Epsilon is going to float up into the midfield, dives quickly back. There is that open goal 3 chance. It dings off the top and almost bounces into the goal, floats just a touch wide.
Going just a touch wide, but I mean, a touch wide is all that Disfunctional needs to counterattack, but they're not going to get a hand on it. Since we Frenzy, who's going to be the player swap here for Lethal. But it is going to get picked up by Ethan. Ethan maybe looking for a long pass. No, looking for the same side pass. As it's going to be Frenzy looking to get on the board maybe. A juke, the shot, the pass, the passing play. Oh my, as they're going to dive in and get 2. Unfortunate. Jacob Deere gets a piece of it, but not enough. A 4-0 Lethal.
Grabbed and dragged it into the goal. Jacob Deere with that self-goal there. But a good shot nonetheless. Forces that quick reaction hand to come out, and just a bit overextension off of that grab. Phoenix up 4-0, but still... Lethal, sorry, still up 4-0, but not... again, not a huge lead. Disfunctional are capable of flying down with a quick stack. We've seen them have a great bit of passing execution between the 3 of them, so... I don't know. There's still a chance here for them to keep this close as the clear almost comes down to the tunnel.
Yeah, almost comes through, but that is going to bounce around. Will it get picked up by Lethal or Dysfunctional? Try to get 2. Well, the stack isn't quite together,
Oh.
unfortunately. So it is going to get selected and recovered. But the stuns, the double stuns, everyone's stunned. So it will be Lulu slapping it downfield, but not quite out.
Everybody just staring at the disc as they sit floating in 0G space. Frenzy able to scoop it up off of the wall and tries to clear it out, but Action comes popping out. Frenzy re-intercepts, Action re-intercepts, passes over to Epsilon, and Epsilon fires on goal, but it's saved by the likes of Pixin, slapped away, and we're back into the attack setup.
Yeah, going back into the attack setup. Will it get cleared out? No. But now will be Ethan. Still not clearing it out. I'm trying to get a hand on it now. Lethal, yes.
There it is.
Going downfield. There it is. But where are the stacks? The stacks are stunned, but now the stacks will get through. So will this be 2 more? No, the stack breaks apart. So it might be the solo player, Jacob Deere. But that's going to get past in the hands of Lulu. Lulu, long anchor shot. Oh! Jacob Deere saving the day. Still 4-0 Lethal.
Reaches out, arm is stretched, looking for anything, and finds a disc. Able to prevent that one from going in. A good bit of back and forth there. Lulu back on Jacob Deere, actually. Oh, yeah, off of Jacob Deere, but Lulu with a great shot on that goal. Jacob tried to disrupt it, but another point or 2 for the likes of Lethal.
Yeah, I mean, phenomenal play from them, as we've seen all night. I mean, you know what? You might look at the 4v3 and say, oh, yeah, easy win. But, I mean, hey, you know what? If you don't have those stacks, you don't have those passes, the 3 can easily take it. I mean, the first couple of matches in Season 4 that were 3v4s, the 3v4s won. I believe that was casted by Palador. But, I mean, nevertheless, that was 2 matches in one night. Unfortunate. But, nevertheless, there's an anchor shot. But Axon, she's there. She reads those as Lulu. I mean, she's had some great shots as well off the anchor. But not connecting that time, as it will be sent right back by Pixin. But right back into the hands of Jacob Deere.
Playing a great bit of defense to, again, keep this close. The trouble is, again, of course, that attack is even getting through the zone is so hard. Through the midfield, the real challenge for Discfunctional, and Lethal doing well to make that difficult. They are still having a tough time breaking through the ultimate Discfunctional zone defense when it comes through. Now maybe an opportunity for Frenzy to go for a one-on-one. Moves in and finds the dunk. Frenzy almost gets stunned by that stack that comes in from the backside of Discfunctional, but 2 more get dunked in.
Yeah, 2 more do get dunked in, as it's going to be 8-0 now. But, I mean, 4 minutes on the clock. Discfunctional doing a lot better here in the second round compared to the first. Maybe warming up, figuring out how they play together. But, unfortunately, it was going to be one player caught in the tube. Now they will be in the arena, but it will be scrambled. And now picked up by Ethan. Long 3, bounce shot. No. Bouncing high, though. Will it get recovered? Yes. Lulu diving in. But the saves. Jacob Deere. Incredible, but recovered by Ethan, who's going to get not the 2, but maybe it will be Frenzy. Frenzy, they're getting the 2. 10-0 now for Lethal.
Yeah, that was just the pass up there from Ethan, the back pass off the board to Frenzy, all part of the plan. But yeah, Phoenix up now 10-0, and I think Discfunctional still not resigning to their fate. They're playing this one competitively. They're trying to play into this. To play into the offense. They're trying to allow Lethal to come from them and then win off of a defensive hold like this and then quickly stack and clear out. The clear doesn't come through, though. The stack almost goes past Disc. There's the clear, and now Discfunctional can stack down and try and get that offense going. As I say that, a quick rebound leaves an open goal 3 here for Frenzy.
And no, but there's a pass, and Lulu gets the job done. 12-0 now. I mean, Lethal turning up the heat.
Yeah, they're starting to pile on. Only 8 away from locking in this Mercy, but they haven't really been showing that they can secure quick points. And so we'll see if Discfunctional can stave off a second Mercy here in round 2. I think, obviously, a win a bit out of the picture, but it's now really just an effort to prevent more points from getting sunk in. As I say, that open goal 3 goes just a touch wide. I always talk about how hard those shots are to make, and that one just going a bit high. Pix is able to scoop this one up, though. Fires a shot of their own from the mail slot. There's an intercept and a chance for Discfunctional.
Yeah, a chance for sure, but it will get recovered by Lethal. And will that be sent out? No, it's going to be a pass, actually, instead. But no, they won't get a hand on it. But now they will.
Ooh.
Epsilon having an opportunity here, gets the reset through. Getting everyone involved in this play is really important, especially for a 3v4. But that is going to bounce around. It is going to now get picked up. And not quite sent through, though. But Lethal will be able to get the... Nope, still stuck in the midfield. As it now is going to... Nope, still scrambling for it. Now Lethal is going to get a hand on it, but nope, it's going to get sent back, but nope, it's still stuck. I mean, Lethal trying to get out, but this Geo is being absolutely frustrating, as they are finally going to get a hand on it and setting up their offense for a back pass, but no one's there.
Frenzy's going to float to the bottom of the zone, rebound that one up, apply the pressure. That shot goes just a bit wide. That angle so hard to properly find, and you can see why. If you're just a touch off, that shot will go super high and wide, and it does almost clear it out. But Lethal able to quickly scoop it up, and Threaton finds another.
Yeah, another opportunity there. I mean, a bit of a scramble, but I mean, it comes down to that player cohesion. Both these teams definitely scrambling for that disc, but 15-0. Let's see if Disfunctional can get anything on the board. 30 seconds, it's now or never, as they are going to have that one picked up. Going for a Joker train, but unfortunately, that's not going to work. But it will get recollected by Epsilon, who had some space, but elects to just send it down, as it will be Ethan. Looking to get this one in, maybe for 3, maybe for 2, maybe just to burn some time. Regardless, 15 seconds. There's a cross pass. Do they have another anchor? Yes, they do.
Yep.
Oh, Jacob Deere getting a piece of it, but not enough. But Frenzy will end it off. 17-0 final score. 17-point advantage both rounds. Round 1 and round 2, but it will be Lethal taking this victory.
Yeah, and the unfortunate reality of the 4v3 rears its head, but a 2-0 win for Lethal nonetheless, and I'm sure they'll take that one happily into the end of the first cycle. It's a good way to sort of wrap it up off of a nice W. I don't know if they have another game coming down the pipe this week, but either way, they did play consistent here today. Good passing, all that. They certainly earned the scoreline, and yeah, I don't think there's much to be said about a 3v4.
There certainly isn't, but I do just want to highlight one thing from Lethal: the dominance of shots taken. I've never seen this so different. 40-4. 10 times as much. I mean, the score definitely was indicative of that. But I say that not to say, wow, the 4v3 had so many more shots, but to show how, I mean, they didn't score all 40 shots, right? That would have been like an 80-point game at least, right? So Disfunctional, some great defense even with the 4v3. So I'm excited to see this team in future casts, and hopefully with all 4 players alive and well. To see what they can do, because they certainly had some great defense. Unfortunate there on the offense, but that is all, as they do say. But that's not all for the night. At 8 o'clock, we do have LA Skyline against Anomaly on Channel 1. That's going to be a hype match. Also at that same time, we do have Ataraxia against Heartstun on Channel 2 here, myself and Wonder T-Man. Then at 9:30, we have Eternity against Spaghetti. So make sure you check that out. That has huge Challenger Cup implications. Also on Channel 2 at that same time, 9:30 Eastern, is Arsenal against Version 1. Again, another Challenger Cup matchup. Version 1, Arsenal trying to get in that. Arsenal may be just out of the running after their loss yesterday, but Version 1 might be up there. I'm not quite sure where they stand, but regardless, make sure you stay in tune.
Yeah, and you also don't want to miss I don't know if you mentioned that Ethereal Ignite game. That's a master tier matchup as well in there tonight as well. There's so much action. It's going to be great.
It certainly will, but that is it. That is all. Huge shout out to all our sponsors: HyperX, Asterion Products, Pro2 VR, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRWare.net. Also, huge shout out to IgniteVR.gg and the Spark application for providing all our stream statistics. But most importantly, huge shout out to all you folks in chat. It wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you for taking the time out of your week, out of your life, out of your day, just to support this crazy game called Echo Arena and this great community called VRML. But I'm the one you see, and alongside me is NightFiree, the legend himself, and on cams behind the scenes is Newton Dad. But that's it. That's all. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.